The Ferrari BR20 is a one-of-a-kind model, also called one-off model, specially created of the client's will. The BR20 is based on the Ferrari GTC4 Lusso and inspired by the Ferrari models from the 50s and 60s. Which ones? Let's get started. I'm Dragomir Kanev. Welcome on DRO4CARS. The Ferrari BR20 is an expression of what you want. If you do have a creative mindset, you can create your dream car even if it bears the Ferrari name on it. Thanks to such people, now we can talk about the Ferrari BR20. By the way, I do think that Ferrari in red color is boring. Fortunately, the Ferrari BR20 has a nice silver color. I do think that there are much more beautiful colors rather than red ones like yellow, black, blue that will go nice on a Ferrari. In this video, I'm going to talk about the exterior and the interior of the Ferrari BR20. I'll compare the Ferrari GTC4 Lusso, which is used as a base for the one-off BR20. Moreover, I'll show you pictures of that two Ferrari models from the 50s and 60s that are the inspiration for the exterior design of the Ferrari BR20. Also, I'm going to tell you more about the Ferrari special projects. What does it mean? You're gonna like it. Somewhere in this video, I'll ask you a question and I would like to read your answer in the comments. It's going to be a nice conversation. I'm sure.
Stay till the end and show some love by getting subscribed to the DRO4CARS channel, or show much more love by joining the DRO4CARS community on Patreon, or just support the DRO4CARS on DRO4CARS.com using PayPal for as low as $2.40 per month. Thank you.
The Ferrari BR20 is based on the all-wheel drive Ferrari GTC4 Lusso. The exterior design of the Ferrari BR20 is characterized by smooth lines and a lot of aerodynamic features. Inspired by the Ferrari 410 Super America and the Ferrari 500 Superfast, the one-of-a-kind Ferrari BR20 combines elegance and sportness. The front grille of the Ferrari BR20 with its horizontal slats gives a sense of three-dimensionality. Just like the BR20, the front grille is also a one-off. Here we can create a direct comparison to the front exterior design between the Ferrari BR20 and the Ferrari GTC4 Lusso. So the BR20 has a wider front grille, the headlights are placed in a lower position, the daytime running lights, or DRL in short, are slimmer on the BR20. Now it's time to see how the classic design team is applied in the new Ferrari BR20. It's going to be interesting.
This is a blue 1956 Ferrari 410 Super America, also called SA for short. In this model we have a very long front bonnet with an opening for the air intake.
Back to the Ferrari BR20, there are double air intakes on each side of the hood. Another impression of the bonnet is the smooth lines that start from the front grille and nicely lead the air to the inside part of the headlights. There, part of the air gets into the air intakes on the bonnet for cooling the engine, and the other part of the air is laid toward each side of the BR20. These are very beautiful and wonderful lines out there. The same design can be found on the Ferrari 410 SA and the Ferrari 500 Superfast, where the hood also starts from a lower position close to the front grille. Both the 410 SA and 500 Superfast have the same aerodynamic feature on the front design. The interior shape of the fenders is created in a way to lead the air to both sides of the car. On the 410 Super America we have a large front grille, and on the 500 Superfast there is a narrow and a wider front grille. These key elements of these cars are applied on the Ferrari BR20 as follows: larger front grille, and just between the front grille and the hood there is a small narrow carbon fiber piece with a shape just like the front grille of the Ferrari 500 Superfast. Otherwise, on the Ferrari 500 Superfast there is another feature on the bonnet that also splits the air toward the sides of the car. On the Ferrari BR20 the same feature is implemented in a very gentle way. According to the proportions of the front end of the Ferrari BR20, it's more like the 500 Superfast model. Comparing the proportions, the 410 SA has a very long front bonnet which is like 2/3 of the overall car size, and the cabin is placed on the rear end. On the BR20, the position of the cabin is also close to the rear end of the car. Let's go on a side view of the Ferrari BR20. It has more curvy lines around the body. On the classic models, the Ferrari 410 SA and the Ferrari 500 Superfast, the same lines could be found. Of course, they are more stylized because we are talking about car design and car production during the 50s and 60s. From the headlights of both the Ferrari 410 SA and the 500 Superfast, a straight line goes toward the rear end of those two models. That straight line with the fender design makes an impression as an overhang of the front wheels. On the doors, the structure of the body goes slimmer, and at the back, the rear fenders of both models are wider, which gives that powerful and muscular feeling of the models. This is how the same design theme goes on the one of Ferrari BR20. The front fender line starts on a very low position from the front wheel. It makes a smooth arc, and about the A pillars the line goes almost straight. This is underlined with the horizontal line on the sides of the BR20. On the B pillars begin the curvy lines of the rear fender. These lines lead the air beneath the rear spoiler. Another feature that all models of the Ferrari 410 SA and the 500 Superfast and the BR20 have are the side air openings. On the 500 Superfast model, the air vents are smaller, but on the 410 SA and the BR20, these air openings on the front fenders are larger and underlined. On the 1956 model with the chrome and on the new one-off model with the carbon fiber extension that leads the air to the rear wheels. The impression makes the smooth roofline of the Ferrari BR20 and how it ends into the rear spoiler. This design theme is inspired by the Ferrari 500 Superfast, where the roofline is connected with the trunk bonnet by a nice shape of the rear window.
DRO4CARS.com.
So the Ferrari BR20 has an ultra sleek fastback line, and this is achieved with an interior change. The rear seats from the original Ferrari GTC4 Lusso are removed. The proportions of the car are underlined by the rear overhang design, and thus the BR20 is 3 inches longer compared to the GTC4 Lusso. The innovative proportions of the exterior are made thanks to radical modification of the cabin model. Inside the BR20, there are 2 shades of brown leather and carbon fiber elements. These seats are in dark brown heritage testa di moro leather with silver cross stitching, which corresponds with the exterior silver color of the BR20. The interior is just like an estate or hatchback model where the front seats and the luggage compartment are living under one roof. The interior details are made of oak and carbon fiber materials. The information about the engine is shorted, so based on the facts we already know and bearing some classic design lines of 12-cylinder models from the 50s and 60s, I can suggest that under the bonnet of the BR20 there is a V12 engine. Moreover, this one of Ferrari BR20 is based on the Ferrari GTC4 Lusso, so probably the BR20 uses the 6.3 liters V12 engine with 681 horsepower at 8000 RPM with 514 pounds of torque equal to 697 Newton meters at 5750 RPM. Ferrari has special projects program which goal is to create unique Ferraris, so-called one-offs. These special one-off models provide exclusive design according to the client's requirements, who are willing to have one-of-a-kind Ferrari. The client puts the idea on the table and the designers from the Ferrari Styling Center begin to work on that special project. The process is followed by defining the car's proportions and forms, the tower design blueprints and styling before the manufacturing process.
The one-off models are in the production stage for more than 1 year, from the idea to the completed production of the car. Moreover, the client follows every step of the production process with all confirmation and verification phases.
Now it's question time. What's the name that you will give to your one Ferrari model? Write me in the comment section below. I would like to read your answers.
Read the article about the Ferrari BR20 on DRO4CARS.com. Subscribe to the DRO4CARS channel and click on the bell for notifications. More content is coming up. Follow DRO4CARS on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. Join the DRO4CARS community by choosing your best tier option on Patreon and get ad-free content, get into the conversations, and meet new people on DRO4CARS community. Be one of the firsts.
Thank you for watching this video. Enjoy the other videos of DRO4CARS. Thank you very much. My pleasure.